Hey y'all, I'm back. So hopefully you caught part one of this not quite series, 2 videos, but last week on Friday I went live and I just talked about Content Bootcamp and what it is, who it's for, how it works. I didn't get to share my screen and show you inside of Bootcamp. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's that lesson. I used the native Facebook integration to go live and couldn't figure out how to share my screen. So I'm back to using StreamYard. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to talk to you about some more questions that people commonly ask about Bootcamp and answer your live questions. And let me actually pull up just so I make sure to see all of your comments. I'll try to pull this up. There we go. Okay, so hopefully I'll see your comments in the stream, but I also have this pulled up. So if you have questions, please post them, and I will try to get to everyone. Okay, so if you did not see the last video and you're just joining and you're like, what the heck is this? I'm Karan Adair. I'm the CEO of Carvel Digital, and I help mission-driven service-based business owners to use content to sell their service, to help automate your marketing, and to help just streamline your business so that you can actually work on your business instead of feeling trapped in your business. And I know a lot of service providers suffer with that. So there's so much that goes on inside of Bootcamp besides that, but that is the main offer. So let's take a look inside actually at what you get. So I'll go ahead and add there. There we go. So so what happens when you actually join? We go through some paperwork, you sign your contract, you do all those good things. And then you get access to the lessons, the recorded lessons. And so you'll go, they're all hosted in a platform called Member Vault, which I've been using, I think, for about 4 years now. So this is what you'll see, and you'll go in, and if you're curious and you go here, there's a few things you can see without actually having to join. You can see what's new, some improvements that I'm making this year, and you can see a sample coaching call. If you wonder what it's like to actually get coached by me, you can go and listen to this. And our coaching calls happen every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Pacific. And if you miss them, then they are also live streamed into our private client Facebook group. And they're also uploaded to Member Vault. So you have lots of ways to access the recordings. And via our private client Facebook group, you always have access to ask questions at any time. So then you'll go in to get started. And there's just some things to kind of set you up for success. And I was thinking about what are some of the things that, what are some of the common traits that clients have who really get a lot out of the program and are successful with it. And there's a few things. The number one thing is that they come in and they're coachable and they follow the process. And so if you watched the testimonial that Dina did, which I sent out, I think, via email to some of you. One of the things she talks about was that she had joined programs before, but always thought she kind of knew better around some of the process. And when she came into Bootcamp, she just did what she was asked. And it was often uncomfortable, not always easy, but she followed the process and did what she was asked and got great results. And I think that's true really of anything you do, right? But especially coaching, if you're not coachable, then you're not going to get the most out of it. So following and trusting the process, because, a lot of people are out here, I'm sure you're getting ads in your Facebook stream. I literally saw something that was like, start $1 million business over the weekend, right? So everybody is selling you these like quick results, overnight success kinds of things. And that's just not realistic. So you have to be willing to dig in and trust the process and do hard things and do them until you get the result you want. And one of the things that one of my old mentors used to say is, how long can you do the right thing because it's the right thing? right? Without reward. And some of these people that you see who are getting their glow up on, including me, have been in the trenches, right? They've been in the trenches for years. And that's not to say that, it's going to take forever to get results. It really depends on your business and your audience and all sorts of things, your mindset. A lot of times people think it's going to take, years and years and years to hit like 10K a month. But honestly, if you have the right business model and you have good product market fit, you could have a 10K a month business in, a few months. I've seen people do that. But you also have to be willing to just commit. And so that's why we talk a lot about mindset. That's why we talk a lot about your why. And I'm not seeing any comments yet. So if you have comments, make sure you, I'm checking on 2 channels. So make sure you get those in. All right. What other common things do clients have? They show up. Right? They show up to our live coaching calls. They show up in the group. They participate. They help other folks. It's a very supportive community. And we have a lot of expertise from different industries in there. So if you have questions, it's not just me and my brain that you're depending on. We have a lot of awesome, smart people in there. And so, when you show up and you pour into the group as well as getting out of the group, then you're going to get more out of it. So showing up means showing up to the calls, showing up in the group, just being a full participant, right? Making space in your life to commit to this so that you can get the results that you want. Another common trait from successful clients is they don't stay stuck. A lot of people, and this might be a habit if you've never been coached before, or if you struggle asking for help, then you can get into a pattern of just staying stuck and struggling with a problem for a long time. Like, this is why I had to go live yesterday and do an intervention with all these folks who are struggling with their tech, is because they're just used to the struggle and they don't really think about, how can I solve this problem permanently? So when you get stuck, you need to come in and you need to ask for help. You can do that lots of ways. You can do that on the weekly call. You can do that just by posting in the Facebook group. You've got 3 different one-on-ones that we'll have throughout the program. So there's no reason for you to stay stuck. If you're really, really struggling with something, get help and then implement whatever answer that you're given. And then you can move on to the next fun problem. Let's see. Other traits of successful clients is they don't expect everything to be easy. And I'm going to talk about this when I talk about stages of business, but you have to expect to put in hard work, and hard work doesn't just look like, it doesn't just look like wrangling tech if you're non-technical. Like, a lot of times hard work is your mental game, right? And I always say that business is a personal growth program that you get paid for. And so the more you work on yourself and the more you grow, the more you get paid. So a lot of times the work is mental and getting over the things that are keeping you stuck, like charging too little. I just had a talk with someone yesterday when I saw their pricing and I was like, wait a minute, you're like the top person in your field for this. Why are you charging so little? So a lot of it is mental work, and there's a lot of support for that. There's actually a mental contrasting exercise that I give you so that you can think in advance, what are the things that might keep me from reaching this goal? And then think about ahead of time what you're going to do if those things happen. And just doing that mental exercise can really help you. Even if those exact problems don't come up, it puts you in the mindset of being a problem solver, of looking for solutions. Okay, so the Getting Started module has that kind of stuff. And then there's organic content marketing. And so this is where we get into the nitty-gritty of like teaching you how to be a person online. I have seen some shockingly bad examples of like people trying to promote their service. There seems to be a subset of people who are kind of in hiding because they're afraid to be salesy. And then there's the opposite subset of people who are like, I'm just going to pitch you within like 5 seconds of meeting you, right? So somewhere in the middle of that is how do you use your content to build relationships with people so that they actually, become curious and want to know more, and then you can tell them more. And I talked with someone this week too about I don't want to be that guy, or I don't want to be that person. And so you will learn how to engage with people and not be that person. Right? And then there's sales foundations, because once people are interested in your service, then you actually have to ask for the sale. And how do you do that? And what's the structure of that? And how do you have that conversation? So there is guidance around that. And then I have a bonus tech how-to, and these are just things that as they've come up, in the group where I've seen people struggling with specific things, I will put quick lessons in there about how to do different things, just so y'all have guidance and a walkthrough. So let's see. The other thing that comes up a lot is, what stage of business? Is this good for people who are just starting out? Is this good for people who have a lot of experience? So let me just address those two things. I have seen the best results with people who have proven to themselves, they've proven that their business is viable, right? They've been at it for a while. They have existing clients. They're making revenue in their business. That's probably the ideal scenario. Just because you have that experience, you don't have to prove your concept of your product. But at the same time, I have people who have come in who are just starting out. And what I will say about that is that a lot of things that hold back people who are new to business are those mindset issues, are, being willing to take risks, having the confidence in your service to charge what you need to charge to make it an actual business. And so I'm not saying it's impossible, but those are some of the challenges that I've seen. At the same time, if you're someone who likes to learn from other people's mistakes instead of going out and suffering and making your own mistakes, then this could be a huge benefit to you. And, I'm someone who, I'll give you an example. When I was in school learning to be a developer, I learned about version control. And that's just a way for multiple people to work on the same code without clashing and sort of overriding each other. And at the time, you could only do it via the command line. It was pretty technical. And I was a student, and I was kind of barely understanding the basic stuff. But when I learned that this is what professionals do, this is what is expected in the professional world of developers, I took it upon myself to learn version control and to use it in every project that I did going forward, because one of my principles is begin as you mean to go on. So if you're that kind of person, then you could do really well, even if you're fairly new to your business or you are starting a new venture, because you can get that shortcut of avoiding a lot of pitfalls and a lot of mistakes that you would otherwise make. So that's what I would say about that. All right. I'm going to just check my... let's see. All right. I don't see any other questions. I will let you know that I just opened up space in my calendar for tomorrow. I just had some spaces open up. And if you don't know, I am offering a 2-week bonus. So instead of 12 weeks, you get 14 weeks of boot camp. And I'm offering that to people who sign up before July, or by the end of July, right? By July 31st, and pay in full. So if you're interested in getting that bonus and we have not had a strategy session, then you're going to want to get on my calendar, go to carveldigital.com/apply, and you'll pick a time, and then you'll fill out some information and let me know a little bit about your business. And then we will get on for 45 minutes. And whether or not this is the right move for you, that strategy session is gold. I should probably charge for them because you and I are going to go and deep dive into your business and figure out where you're stuck and where you want to go and what the next best move is for you. And people get a lot of clarity from that call. So if you are seriously considering working together, and there are questions that I did not answer, or you haven't yet had a strategy session, then go to carveldigital.com/apply. and get on my calendar, and we will get you sorted and figure out the next best move for you. All right. Thank you so much for watching. If you're watching this in the replay, hit me up in the comments, #replay, and you can continue to drop your questions on this video, and I will continue to answer them all week long. All right. Take care, y'all.